Alright guys, we are back in action and it's a one time only, but now this is my second try. It's no later, but this is gonna be a series. Uh Before I get started, I just wanna say since this will be a long video or might be a long video, grab some popcorn, grab some snacks, water, drinks, food, relax, get comfortable, and you know, just have a good time. This is 1.17, the Caves and Cliffs update. I'm gonna be going on Gamepedia. We're gonna be doing all the things on, and this is gonna be turned into a series for 1.17. There might be 3 to 4 parts to two, depending on how far we go or how fast we go. And then we're gonna go to like some previous updates, like 1.16, 1.15. Other than that, but if you guys don't want to search up, what has been the previous updates, and you just want, just to be a video, and you don't have to like, scroll or research or whatever you have to do to get to those places, well, you're in the right place. This channel is not Minecraft, but I just wanted to, make some old series and possibly some new series to, show our new teammate and our new crew member, Pumpkin Slice, and maybe Thundersmoke, what's been going on. So, with that being said, let's get started. This is going to be a long one, so here we go. So we got the kind of description of the Minecraft Caves and Cliffs. We got Edition, Java Edition, which will be also be coming to Bedrock Edition. The official name, Caves and Cliffs Update. The planned release date, so this is when it's hopefully to be released. Mid 2021. So that's when we hope to get the update on all platforms of Java Edition, PlayStation, and Bedrock. So this page documents an update currently being worked on. Therefore, not all official featured names or items are mentioned. 1.17, the first release of the Caves and Cliffs update, is an upcoming major update to Java Edition, set to release in mid-2021. It was first announced during Minecraft Live 2020 on October 3rd, 2020. We have the contents, we have the number 1, first chapter additions, 2, second chapter changes, third chapter planned additions, fourth chapter planned changes, and number 5, unconfirmed features. So, hope you guys are ready. We'll get started. Let's go. Addition, blocks. Amethyst bud. Grows from budding amethyst, which is found in amethyst geodes. Starts out small but grows into medium after a while, large after even more time, and eventually become an amethyst cluster. Unlike crops, each growth stage is a separate block instead of a block state. Drops only when mined with a Silk Touch axe. Amethyst cluster. The final mature stage of the amethyst bud, which grows from budding amethyst and amethyst geodes. Drops amethyst shards if broken, an amount affected by fortune, but can also be picked up with Silk Touch. A light level of 5. Block of amethyst. A block found in amethyst geodes. Unlike the budding amethyst, the block of amethyst can be obtained when mined. Can also be crafted with 4 amethyst shards. Budding amethyst. Generates amethyst crystals on any of its sides if next to a water source block or air, and if the side is not against another block is given time. Cannot be obtained when mined, even with a Silk Touch, and does not drop anything. Breaks immediately if pushed by a piston or a sticky piston. Cannot be pulled by sticky pistons. Generates an amethyst jewels. Classicant, I have no idea what that means. An off-white stone that generates in jewels between tough and amethyst. Candles. Crafted with honeycomb and strain, comes with 16 dyed types and a yellowish 9 dyed type. So it's technically 17 types. Um, can be lit up in any can be lit up by any item that produces fire. Up to 4 can be placed in a single block, similar to sea pickles, for a maximum light level of 12. Only candles of the same color can be placed on the same block. Only 1 can be placed on an uneaten cake and lit. If any of the cakes is consumed, the candles pops off. Can be placed but cannot be lit underwater. So it's kind of similar to sea pickles, like it's mentioned. Sea pickles maximum of light level of 12. It can be placed underwater. But for candles, it can be placed, but it cannot be lit underwater. So it's similar. Copper blocked can be crafted with 4 copper ingots and can be crafted back into 4 copper ingots. Weird. Okay. Oxidized and changes texture by turquoise green over time. Can be stopped from oxidizing by combining it with a honeycomb to create a waxed copper block. Can be crafted into cut copper ore. Generates randomly underground in small veins, but this has been confirmed to be a placeholder. Has the same rarity as iron. Generate starts at the same minimum level as iron. Can be smelted into copper ingot. Cut copper. Can be made into stairs and slabs variants. Opticize and change texture over time. Can be stopped from oxidizing by combining it with the honeycomb to create waxed cut copper. Cut copper slab. So oxidize and change texture over time. Can be stopped from oxidizing by combining it with the honeycomb to create a wax cut copper slab. Cut copper stairs. Same thing. Dripstone block, a decoration block. Okay. So, dripstone block appears to be made of the same materials as stalactites and stalagmites, but as a full cube. Does not generate anywhere currently and is only available from the creative inventory. Wow. Okay. Lightning rod can be crafted with 3 copper ingots. Nearby lightning strikes within a 32 blocks radius and gets redirected to the lightning rod. Gives off a redstone signal with a strength of 15 if hit by lightning. Can be activated directly by throwing a trident when channeling added during a thunderstorm, though does not produce a redstone signal. Pointed dripstone can be either placed on a ceiling to create static light or on the top of a block to create stalagmite. Can be combined to form a longer stalagmite and stalagmite. Throw tridents break pointed dripstone. Will also break when pushed directly or with the block piston. Stalagmites break if not attached to something below and hurt entities which fall on top of them. Damage is relative to height. For example, jumping from a stalagmite deals 2 damage, although falling from 1 block deals 1 of damage, and falling from 3 blocks deals 8, stuff like that. Powder snow, a variant of snow. Entity that walks over it will sink into it. Leather boots can be worn to prevent entities from sinking into powder snow blocks. Players can still crouch to succeed with leather boots. Wearing leather boots also allows powder snow to be climbed like water or scaffolding. When inside a powder snow block, a frosty Vignite appears around the player's screen, and any entity inside starts freezing and taking damage after a short time. Wearing any piece of leather armor will stop the freeze effect. Can be collected and placed with a bucket. Tinted glass, a block variant of glass that does not light pass through. So that's really cool. Can be crafted with 4 amethyst shards and a glass block. Stained glass cannot be used to craft tinted glass. Drops itself mined without silk touch or even by hand. unlike glass. Tough, a grayish stone that composes the outer layer of amethyst geodes. Textures may be subject to change. Items: amethyst shard, obtained from breaking amethyst clusters. The amount dropped can be increased with the fortune enchantment. Can be used to craft tinted glass, block of amethyst, and a spyglass. Bundles. This is where it gets fancy. Crafted with 2 strings and 6 rabbit hide. Used to store other items except shulker boxes inside of it. It can only hold a stack of items, but also to hold different types of items inside of it. Items with smaller stacks, such as ender pearls, take up more rooms in a bundle, and non-stackable items takes up the whole bundle. The bundle's content can be opened by pressing use while holding it, throwing out its entire content into the world. Right-clicking a bundle in the inventory empties 1 item from the bundle. Even though bundles are not stackable, bundles can be nested, can hold up to 16 bundles. Only empty bundles can be placed in other bundles without using commands. Has a GUI when hovering over it. Shows contained items in its GUI inventory slots when hovering over it. Show fullness as a number when advanced tooltips are enabled. Note, bundles can hold any amount of items if added using commands. Copper ingot, obtained by smelting copper ore. Used to craft copper blocks, lightning rods, and spyglasses. Powder snow buckets, obtained by using a bucket on powder snow. Can be used to place a powder snow block wherever it is used, or it can be used to fill a cauldron with powder snow. Spyglass, crafted with 2 copper ingots and an amethyst shard. When used, it zooms on wherever the player is looking, but limits their view to a square. The scope texture is a glass square with a copper border. The overlay that limits the view can be removed with a resource pack or by pressing F1. There is a unique animation for using the spyglass, which is visible in third-person perspective. Alright. So, world generation, amethyst geodes. A new feature found uncommonly underground, can rarely appear exposed to the surface close to sea level. Contains block of amethyst and budding amethyst blocks, which are in its shell, alkaline and tough. Also generates with a small air pocket nearby, which may open into geode. Generally generates at below sea level Y63. Most commonly generated at lower levels Y0 to Y40. Overrides standard caves and ravines, but is overridden by abandoned mine shafts. Currently has a high generation rate, presumed for testing purposes, which was also done with the ruined portals before. Alright. We have gameplay. Death messages. We got 2 new death messages related to freezing and to powder snow. Player froze to death. Player was frozen to death by entity. Alright. We're going to continue. Alright, so the changes. Blocks. Cakes. Has a variation called candle cake. Can be crafted by using a candle on an uneaten cake. The candles on the cake comes with 17 colors, depending on the color of the candle used to create it. Pop out the original candle when any of the cake is eaten. Banners. The unused base pattern has been renamed to field pattern and given cauldrons. Can now be filled with lava and powder snow. Lava-filled cauldron can damage player and mobs inside of it, and it gives a redstone comparator signal of strength 1. Powder snow cauldron are formed when the cauldron are under the sky during snowfall. Can be filled with powder snow by using a powder snow bucket on it. have been split into normal, water, lava, and powder snow cauldrons. Dispensers can now place powder snow using a powder snow bucket. Also can remove it by using a bucket. Grass path. Renamed to dirt path as per Bedrock Edition. Can now be made with dirt, coarse dirt, Melicium, and Podstol. Lapis, renamed to block of lapis. Pistons. Particles now appear if a block is broken by a pistol. Sounds, however, do not. Breaks budding amethyst if pulled with a piston/sticky piston. Rails are now able to be waterlogged. No longer breaks when contact by water, which is very nice. Shulker boxes now mimics the opening and closing of a shulker. Unlike its mob counterpart, it does not envelop the player when they're standing on it. Structure block. Default mode of a structure block is now load data is now hidden by default. Data can be accessed by clicking the mode button while holding the Alt key. Water. Flowing water no longer breaks rails, which is amazing. Items. Clock. The textures has been changed. The gold is now more vibrant and better matches other instance of gold in a texture update texture. Compass and lodestone compass. Same thing as the clock. Firework rockets. Simple firework rockets with 1 gunpowder can now be crafted using the recipe book. Puffer fish. The strength of the poison effect has been decreased from 5 to 2. Wow. Okay. Mobs. Shulkers. If a shulker is hit by another shulker's projectile, it now has a chance of spawning a new shulker. Shulkers are more likely to spawn new shulkers when there are fewer shulkers nearby. Near mob entities. Experiences orbs will now sometimes merge when alarms quarantine to improve performance. Merging would not affect the amount of experience gathered from collecting the merged orbs. No longer follow dead players. Minecarts can now move in water, but move considerably slower than they do on land. Oof. Yikes. Okay. World generation biome. Biome specific sky colors now blend more smoothly. Yeah. Recipe book. Some recipe unlocking advancements has critical name changed. The chiseled nether brick recipes is now unlocked by having nether brick slab instead of another brick block. Snowfall. During snowfall, cauldron under the sky now slowly fills with powder snow. Okay. So we're on to plan edition. So this is what they plan to add in this update. Clay pot. Seems to use the texture of clay block. Circumite shards can be encrypted into an unfired pot. Can be fired by lighting fire under the pot. Pot can fill up to 8 circle shards. Kind of weird. Painted clay pot. Seems to have the texture of terracotta, creating by firing a clay pot. Upon firing, any placement shards become permanently encrusted onto the clay pot. Azure leaves. Part of a new tree making the location of the lush cave. Has variants with neither no blossoms, pink blossoms, or purple blossoms. Azure selfling. Has variants with either no blossom, pink blossom, or purple blossom. Azure roots. Part of a azure tree resembles a dirt block, but with the roots of the azure tree intertwined. Probably is the source of all the life in lush caves. May be a new variant of the dirt block. Hanging Alusa roots. Seen in the distance of a lush cave biome behind a spore blossom. Can be also be seen hanging beneath the dirt Ferion that spawns below the usually trees and on the ceiling in an excellent clip, possibly just a decorative feature of this block. Glowberry vines. Light source grows edible glowberries. Ooh, that's nice. Spore blossom can be placed on ceilings. Send particles downwards when opened. This item can be found in the lush caves. Drip leaf plant. A plant that can be used for platforming. If the player stands on top of the plant for 2 seconds, 40 ticks, the player falls through the plant. Can be placed on a grass block. Small drip leaf plant. Appear higher varied in models. Moss block. An item block that appears grassery on all its sides. Can be found in lush caves. Moss blanket. Same texture as the moss block, but with 1 pixel thick. Skulk block. Generates in a mysterious new cave biome referred as the Deep Dark. Temporarily has an animated texture. Skulk trap. Generates in a deep dark biome. Has a different top texture than a skulk block and a skulk chew. Skulk chew. Generates in a deep dark forest. Deep dark cave, I mean. While this block use and function is currently unknown, it is speculated that this block is source of the other skulk blocks due to the block always appearing in the middle of each skulk growth. This could possibly mean that the other skulk blocks grow out from the skulk chew. However, this is just a speculation. Has the same texture as the skulk block, even though part of the skulk chew is made of bones. Skulk growth. Generates in a deep dark cave biome. Generates in a layer on top of a block similar to snow. Some have parts that are transparent, allowing the players to see the block on top of. Skulk sensor. Generates in a deep dark cave biome. Can be used for wireless redstone. Seams block placement, footsteps, and projectiles. Vulcan Acolyte is ability to sense. This can be placed between or completely around the source of the input. Can be used with the piston to create a wireless redstone clock. Emits particles when it senses vibration nearby. Are not affected by ambient weather such as rain, as well as some other skulk sensors and the warden. Darkstone / deepstone. Can be found around the deep dark cave biome walls. Can be found in large groups. Specifically underground light source. Alright. Now we move on to the items. Goat horn. This feature is currently available in beta developed version of Bedrock Edition. Goats have a chance to drop this item when they ram into a block. Holding use while holding this item plays the raid horn sound effect. Nice. A bucket of Axolite, obtained by using a water bucket on Axolite similar to fish. Had no name in the Minecraft Live 2020 demo showing its translation. Brush. Used to sweep away debris from activated items. Sweep debris off activated items 1 layer at a time. If interrupted, the block it was being used on simply disappears. It does not yet custom block heights. So what that means is if you basically stop or pause while sweeping away, then it basically disappears. You won't get any items from it. Also comes in a blue-green variant. This may imply a connection to copper, as both the variant and the normal brushes have compressed colors to the block shown. Karmic shards. Obtained with a brush at Arcalit sites. Come in different colors and different design, each despite a different picture, such as Ender Dragon, a cow, Alex, a skeleton, a tree, and a vindicator. Can be placed / customized on clay pots. Okay. Glowberries can be eaten used as a light source. Ooh, that's really good. We got a hopefully we have another food, which is exciting. Food is always nice. Spawn eggs. Spawn eggs for the new mobs are added. The Warden spawn egg is visually confirmed but not yet implemented. The Goat spawn egg is present in the Bedrock Edition beta. Mobs. We got the Axel. Axel redirects here. Based on the coincident and days mentioned with the same name in real life. Found in bodies of water within lush cave biomes. The first implement added to Minecraft. Can be caught in a bucket like fish. Can be tamed by capturing it in a bucket. Come in different colors. Lustrous, yellow, green, brown, and purple/pink. Plays dead when damaged, receiving regeneration. Wow. Appears to turn invisible or teleport after this, although the latter may just be a bug or a glitch. This regeneration ability is likely based on how real action can regrow lost limbs. Attacks drowned, guardians, older guardians, and fish. Damage not yet official. Sometimes can give regeneration to the player who tamed it, so that's really cool. Glow Squid. Originated from Minecraft Earth. Glows in the same way that Magma Cube cores, vexes, blazes in the eyes of the spiders, drowned, and Enderman do. Spawns in deep ocean biome, likely to spawn in flooded caves as well. Was decided on based on a mob vote between the Moobloon from Minecraft Earth and the Ice Lodger from the Minecraft Dungeon. They're creeping winter. Falling mobs are less likely to be added, but still have a chance to implement it in the future. So that's nice. So falling items, so hopefully we get an Isolator soon. That would be nice. Anyway, the GOAT. This feature is currently available in beta development of Bedrock Edition. Spawns in mountain biomes. Can jump high to avoid obstacle about 5 blocks tall. Attack nearby animals by charging and knocking them in a considerable distance. Take reduced fall damage. Avoids powder snow by jumping over it. Can be bred with wheat and produce 3 to 8 babies at once. Has a chance to drop a goat horn when ramming into a block. Warden. Spawns in a new deep dark biome. It is the first blind mob. When sensing movement, it moves towards the source of the movement. When attacked, its path finds towards the player. Seems to follow the same rules as the skulk sensor when detecting noise. When it detects a vibration, the growth on its head rattle and light up, similar to the skulk sensor. If any projectile like a snowball or an arrow lands near the warden, it causes the mob to head the location of where the projectile landed, which is kind of cool. Due to the projectile itself created a movement and noise, therefore distracting the warden. Does not detect players that are sneaking. Can detect players that are invisible. Can detect players using Elytra. When aggravated for long enough, the warden follows the player continuously regardless of any other distractions. Oof. Attack any mob that makes vibration, not just players. Can detect rain bells. Can detect players eating. Ooh, dang. Incredibly strong, doing 30 plus 15 damage. Brain players wearing full netherite armor from health to 7 health points. Ugh. Has at least 84 hearts/42 health points, although is estimated to have up to 100/50, putting on a pair with the Iron Golem and a Ramager. A mob designed to be extremely difficult and fled from. Ooh, yikes. Has a way to counter the strategy of building up 3 blocks to avoid attacks. At least as fast as the player's walking speed. Ooh. Seems to use the energy of vibration to move faster. Ooh. Seems to have knockback resistance. Oof. The Warden's chest has a glowing core that appears to brighten and dim and taint him when the lighting of the deep dark cave biome. The core creates a low throbbing sound at its pulse. The sound and animation seem to speed up rapidly when the Warden notices a player. It's about 3 to 2 blocks tall, making it one of the tallest mob in the game, extending the Iron Golem and Enderman, and height and width the same. Oof. World Generation Enderman Invasion, a new semi-underground structure where extant items or instruments can be found. Deep dark biome, new biome at the deepest depths of the world. Wardens can spawn here, may contain candles, contain skulk blocks, and a new skulk sensor blocks, a new block that responds to vibrations, contains a new unnamed block. Dripstone Caves, a massive cave biome contains vast corns of stalagmite and stalagmites. Lush Caves, generates below azalea trees, contains tall grass, glowberries, drip leaf plants, spore blossom, moss blocks, clay blocks, azure roots, and azure saplings. Can spawn axolites. Mesh caves. Seems like to be possibly a large tunnel-like cave. Not much known about this biome yet. Possibly contain a catacomb-style branching cave section. That's really cool. General. More extreme and smooth terrain. Likely to change the generation of alternate stone types to make them appear in larger but less numerous spots. Possibly seen and screenshotted. Alright. We have the gameplay. Generally, the player can find items and blocks in gravel and dirt inside a dig site structure by using the brush. Possible items shown in the previous footage include carnations of varying color despite different images. Diamond blocks and emerald blocks are probably not a part of this list and serves as a placeholder. Dimming of light. While in a deep dark cave biome, the ambient lighting occasionally dims temporarily, limiting the player visibility. So what you can see, your vision. This serves as a warning that the Warden is nearby. Vibration. An action can cause vibration in the air, which can be picked up by skulk sensors and Wardens. Can be caused by walking, but bats, block placing, block breaking, doors or trapdoors opening, chest of any kind of opening, pistons activating, projectiles such as snowballs, eggs, or arrows landing. This does not include ambient weather such as rain or snow. So like the snowballs, eggs, arrows, chest, door, trapdoors, pistons, like I said, vibration. It will be caused. So plan changes. World generation. Caves. Complete generation overhaul. Many variations on cave type and cave design. Biomes within caves introduced. Local water levels. A new underground water level generated aspect has been introduced, which allows for certain areas of a world to generate with a specific water level different from the other areas, such as sea level. Allow for the generation of larger underground lakes and connections to oceans. Allows for the generation of many underground waterfalls. Allows for underwater entrance. Mountains. Height depending generation. Revamping featuring some new spruce trees on the slopes and ice or packed ice above the peaks. Contains snow blocks, goats, and a new form of snow called powder snow, which is said to be snowier than snow. Ores vein. To be revamping, possibly to balance the generation of copper. Some stones to appear a little different, and when that stone is mined, more of the ore should be found behind it. Other stones, granite, diorite, and andesite, spawns in layers of rocks in straight lines instead of spotlights. Blocks. Wool, used to block a skulk sensor ability to sense vibrations. Alright, we're at the end now. I did not expect this, but here we go. The unconfirmed futures. These features are not confirmed for 1.17, but were mentioned or showcased by developers during the development of 1.17. So cross your fingers these get added or slash or gets confirmed. Structures, underground cabin, which I really want to see. Seen in the deep dark biome during the Minecraft Live 2020 stream. Consists of a chamber with a cobblestone floor, a stripped log support beams, contains 3 burials, a blast furnace, and a large chest with cobwebs and candles in and around it. May possibly not be a generated structure, but instead a construction built for the purpose of the Warden showcase. General. Height limit may be increased. Ooh, it may be increased. Let's go. Okay, let me see if there's anything else that is going to be added. So, alright, so we have a couple more, we have a few more updates to showcase. Of course, you'll be seeing a part 2 to the 1.17 when there will be new features and items added to the game in 1.17. So be out for the lookout for that when it comes out. Oh, and just to know, this was recorded in 2020. So yes, like I said, if you guys don't know, myself and the crew will make separate videos. I will make a video on my own, and then the crew will make our own as well. But we will tell you when we record videos in 2021, we will let you know, hey, we're starting a brand new adventure. We're now in 2021, so now you'll be seeing 2021 content. So there you go. So what to look for in the future, which will be coming out pretty soon. Maybe tomorrow, who knows? I don't know. We have the exploration update. We have the update Aquanic, Village and Pillage, Buzzy Bee, another update, and we got some other ones as well. So yeah, stay tuned, and I will see you guys we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.